and welcome back to 5 Minute Fandoms. Last time we talked a little bit about the history of fandoms and what it was, but now we get to the good stuff. Now we get to dive right into the fandoms. And before you guys ask, no, I am not going to be talking about Doctor Who, Supernatural, or Sherlock. Hey! Come on guys, that'd be way too easy! Now, I mentioned last time that this was my first fandom. Well, one of the first. But I'm going to mention that at a later time because I'm pretty sure none of you have heard of it.
Ha! Who needs television when you have an obscure animated web series?
Psst, that was a hint. Anyway, we're going to kickstart this whole thing with my favorite show. Whose Line Is It Anyway? Let's go. Whose Line is an improv comedy series. Improv is a form of theater where everything is made up on the spot. The stage is empty except for an occasional chair or two and props that the game calls for. The characters, circumstances, dialogue, all of it is made up with some help from audience suggestions. You know those writing exercises your teachers make you do where you have to write nonstop for 10 minutes and not think about what you're doing? Imagine doing that, but in front of a crowd while trying to be entertaining. Trust me, I've dabbled in improv a bit. It's hard. Whose Line started as a radio show on BBC Radio 4 in 1988, which had 6 episodes. It moved to television later that year and ran for 10 seasons. It moved to the US in 1998 after Drew Carey convinced ABC to test a few episodes. The format of the show is pretty basic. There are 3 regulars and 1 guest. They perform a variety of improv games while the host gives out a random number of points after each game. Don't worry about the points, they really don't matter, although someone actually calculated how many points each player got throughout the original run. I have no words. This is amazing! Anyway, they perform about 5 to 6 games per episode, and for the last game, a winner, I use that term loosely, was announced, and Drew Carey took their place on stage. The show was a pretty big hit and ran for 6 seasons before being canceled, and like many good things in life, it became even more of a hit after cancellation. Whose Line briefly came back in the form of 2 other shows, The Green Screen Show in 2004 and Improvaganza in 2011. The Green Screen Show took a bit of a different approach by having the actors improv in front of a green screen, and animations were added into the final product. Given the nature of improv, this was really unnecessary, but the humor is still top-notch. Improvaganza, on the other hand, was a lot closer to the original formula of Whose Line. There were only about 3 to 4 games performed per episode, and there were a lot more drunk people in the audience. Because it was filmed in Vegas. Classy. Hey! Drunk people can totally be classy, too. I mean... Where was I? But neither of these shows could capture audiences like Whose Line did, and so they were both canceled after 1 season. But then, in 2013, it was announced that Whose Line would be making a comeback on the CW network, and fans all around the world rejoiced! There's not too many differences between the original and the current run. The show is now hosted by the fabulous Aisha Tyler. There's new games in the mix, and now there's guest stars every episode as opposed to every once in a while, which I personally find kind of tedious, but hey, we got Misha Collins on the show, so I can't really complain too much. So, why should you check this show out? Well, for starters, it is one of the funniest shows you will ever watch. These guys know what they're doing, and they work off of each other so well. And if you're like me, you can't help but be awestruck that everything they do is made up. I've been a fan of Whose Line since middle school, and at the time I really didn't understand the concept of improv, but when I rediscovered it in high school, I was just blown away at how talented they are, especially when they have to make up songs. And it feels wrong talking about music without giving a shout out to Laura Hall and Linda Taylor because they have to improv different musical styles at the drop of a hat, and that is no easy feat. Oh, and a quick side note, I highly recommend checking out the original BBC version as well. It's a little drier, but they get away with more. Yay, American censorship. Now, onto the fandom itself, the Hoosers as they're called. From what I can tell, a lot of the fandom shenanigans happened on message boards back when the show was first on the air. Quite a few of which are now deactivated. Oh my god! I didn't know GeoCities deactivated. Oh god damn it. Oh hey! Remember fan pages? Back when Facebook and Tumblr didn't exist, people actually made their own websites dedicated to their favorite shows. I mean, I vaguely remember them, but I was too busy wasting my time on Neopets. Hey, speaking of which, why is it that Neopets always says your pets are dying when they never actually die? Oh my god. Maybe they can't die. Maybe they're kept alive by a cold and heartless supercomputer. Maybe he tortures them while I'm gone. Taunts them with the promise of food only to take it away. Oh my god, it's Harlan Ellison all over again! Or maybe I'm just reading too deeply into a game made for kids. So, long story short, a lot of the web pages from the heyday of the original run are defunct. Nowadays, the web pages are on Tumblr and they consist of gift sets. I mean gift sets for days. The show's been running for over a decade, kind of makes sense. And then there's shipping. Lots and lots of shipping. I mean, can you blame them? Thanks to the unbeatable chemistry between Ryan and Colin, they're the most popular ship in the fandom, but really everyone ships everyone with each other. Kinda like Homestuck. There's fan art here and there. A surprising amount of fan fiction, if you dare to look for it, that is. If you guys want some good blogs to follow, I recommend these. Whew! And we're done. Anyway, that's it for me. Tune in next time where we fly into the world of radio dramas. I'll pick that up later. So, rate, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I'm really bad at outros. I'll work on that for the next video.